What's going on, everybody? I'm Jackie Terry, and I'm gonna show you how to build muscle in exactly 5 minutes. You're gonna need a couple different weights in this exercise. You're gonna need heavy weight. You're gonna need essentially a little bit of moderately heavy weight to do this exercise, but believe me, it's going to be highly beneficial in your muscle gains. Right now, the weight I'm going to be using is 60-pound dumbbells and 35-pound dumbbells. As you see, I cut the weight down to at least 30%. And as you see at the beginning of the video, I was stretching. You always want to get a good stretch in, kind of stretch out the muscles, get the heart rate up just a little bit, stretch out the different muscle fibers. But essentially, as you see, I had the bench on incline, and I immediately start going into the reps. Once again, this is heavy weight, so there's very little time under tension. I'm actually going at a faster pace, so there's no time under tension. Since this is heavy weight, this is pretty much brute strength right here. As you see, as reps increase, I start controlling my breathing a lot more. The more you allow oxygen to actually pump back into the muscle, the more you're going to get your reps in. Once again, I think I'm at my rep range in this exercise is pretty much like maybe 14 reps in it, and as you see, I'm really start fatiguing, really start to struggle after maybe the 17th rep. So once this starts into play, you really kind of got to dig deep and pretty much go to failure. As you see, I went to failure and I couldn't get that weight up, but going to failure is always good. You're going to stimulate a lot more muscle growth. Once again, as you see, I never even put the weight down. As you see, I'm actually doing my shoulder trap exercises to stimulate even more muscle growth. Once again, I always want to keep my body moving. You never want your heart rate to just go down when lifting heavy weights or any type of weight. Your heart rate is always going to be consistently up because you're using a whole bunch of muscle fibers when lifting dumbbells or any type of free weight. All your muscle fibers are working together. You're using a whole bunch of stabilization muscles. You're using a whole bunch of assisting muscles. You're not on the machine, so you're actually in control of the entire weight. You have to balance. You have to maintain stability of that weight. Once again, as I cut the weight, as you see, my rep tempo is a little bit slower. That's only because my body is fatigued from doing that heavy weight. I only gave myself a 10-second rest. These are what they call maybe supersets, and as you see, when my rep is over, I never ever put the weight down. I start going into different workout, particularly one that doesn't coincide with my chest. I start doing bicep curls. I start doing hammer curls. And this is just a good way to stimulate a lot more muscle growth. As you see, again, I'm constantly keeping my body moving. I never want my body to just turn cold. So during that 10-second rest period, or even 30-second rest period, you always want to keep your body moving, and you just want to hop right back on it. As you see in this technique, I'm doing isolations. Once again, the weight decreases by at least 5 pounds. That's 5-pound difference is going to mean a lot. And isolations are essentially very important because you're going to work essentially one muscle group. So essentially, if your left arm is weaker than your right arm, you want to do as more reps with your left arm, and that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm doing a lot more reps on my left arm than what I did on my right arm. Highly beneficial to do isolations in your workout. I recommend that after a heavy superset like I just did. I definitely recommend it, because now you're going to get each muscle group just as strong. And as you see, the rest breaks are very short. My rest intervals are very short in this workout. 10 seconds later or 20 seconds later, I'm back into it, doing another workout, doing shoulder presses with both arms. So it's all about stimulating muscle growth. As you see, I never ever put the weight down. I always go into the next workout. It's all about confusing your muscles. So in 5 minutes, You can see a complete change from when I first started. All my muscle fibers are activated. I looked a lot more jacked from when I first started 5 minutes ago. My muscles are defined. I'm really feeling a good pump, and I'm ready for the next workout. Chest is well defined, arms are well defined, because essentially I did work on my whole entire body. When my muscles got pre-exhausted from doing the bench press, I switched over to arms, triceps, traps, anything. I switched over to that lower muscle group. So essentially, doing this exercise in 5 minutes, it definitely get you cut, definitely get you where you need to be. It's the end of the workout in just 5 minutes. Get really good pump. Really stimulated a lot of muscle fibers. It's all about lifting heavy. As you see, started off with the 60-pound dumbbells. After about 20 reps, 60-pound dumbbells, which isn't lightweight at all. I cut the weight down at least 40%. Went to 30-pound dumbbells and continue to hit that for reps. By that time, when you get to that stage, your muscles are already fatigued. So don't expect to get a lot of reps in. I think I went 10 at least. And as you noticed, as I was explaining earlier in the video, that when my rep was over, I never dropped the weight, but instead I let the weight sit, and I did shoulder shrugs to kind of finish off the workout. Or you might have seen me do hammer curls or even regular base curls. It's all about stimulating that muscle, because essentially I already pre-exhausted my triceps, my chest. A little bit of my back was kicking in because I had this on incline. So with those muscle groups already being pre-exhausted, I switched it over to a different muscle group that essentially doesn't coincide with the chest or the triceps. I started doing biceps. So doing this workout in just 5 minutes, you're gonna pretty much stimulate all your muscle groups, because whenever your muscles, your chest muscles, your triceps are at failure, that's when you can switch it over to a muscle that doesn't coincide with other muscle groups, like biceps, maybe even some wrist, some hammer curls, to stimulate those muscle groups that haven't been stimulated through the last workout that you just did. So once again, I'm Jackie Terry. This is how you get definition in 5 minutes. It's all about muscle confusion. Once again, you guys always have multiple weight selections in your arsenal. When I have 20-pound dumbbells, you want to have 25, 35-pound dumbbells. I'll go all the way up. That 5-pound difference or 10-pound difference is gonna really mean a lot in your workout journey. It's gonna develop muscle confusion. It's gonna add a great stimulation. As you can see, my chest, my arms, they're all jacked from doing this one workout in 5 minutes.